We were literally just—
How are you feeling today?
Much better, thanks.
Relieved to hear it. If that changed—
Yep, we're here for—
Oh wait, where's Nefer? How are her eyes doing?
Nefer's right over there. I'm sure she'd love to catch up with you.
We're here! Traveler and Paimon! Perfect time.
How are you feeling
Much better.
Relieved to hear—
Yep,
Oh wait, where's Nefer? How are her eyes?
Nefer's right over— I'm sure she'd love—
Hello, you. Rika, come on, what do you mean? Of course I'm gonna ask. I care about my friend's well-being. And we are friends. Get yourself a drink. You've more than earned it. In fact, today, your drinks are on me. Lord Sangamabe's got— Wow, really? Well, you— Yay! Hey, keep your voice down, or everyone else is gonna— You! Have you heard anything I've been saying recently? Doing business in Nodcry has been an absolute nightmare. If I'm buying for— Okay. That's more like it. Don't you forget. Lord Sangamabe doesn't just go around buying drinks.
I thought of 1,000 ways to congratulate.
The honorary knight stuns them speechless once again.
Well said. The other knights tell me that Mondstadt was the first stop on your journey. All of us are I'd like to thank you for supporting the Knights of Favonius. And nonsense! Of course I'm gonna mention it.
Hey there.
Ha!
I see you've recovered.
You bet. Snoozed her way to a full recovery.
Glad to hear it. A healthy body is paramount. Nothing else in life.
Paimon too. You really—
I came to accept that although Rerir was my friend in the past, though I will never fully understand what happened, but we fought a very necessary battle. And you played your—
Yeah. And if you ever need to—
I'll do that.
Our drink recommendations? Well, for starters, I recommend you drink this.
Traveler, Paimon, are you— Turns out that moon chanter has some real talent after all. My eyes were—
Yeah, but you gotta be careful.
Yes, thank you. I'm well aware. Yehoda, could I—
Oh, sure. Did you hear that? I gotta go. You bet. Sure thing.
The Raker of Solnari. No, definitely a snake. Anyone who seeks revenge out of hatred for other people has become a snake. That's something my dad used to say. Perhaps. I'm sure it sounds like a very wise and open— What else is left when everything you depended on in life gets— If you're worried about me, you can nip— It's just— I suddenly feel like I was wrong to call my father a liar. Oh, father. Look at the Ibis King. Thoth is a fiendishly cunning liar. He's never brought it up, but I'd bet he— Why else would he give me the power to perceive the truth, while at the same time training me in the art of deception? Well, King Deshret banished him to Aru, which is essentially a prison, and posed 3 questions to him. His response was to take on a physical form in a— Did he really think I'd fall for that? He's stuck there. He can't— So that's enough for you to He's a prisoner, and he was scared. So he lives in fear because he's a deceiver. How is Rerir in— It's preposterous. Yet I can't say I don't understand. They say that a liar's soul is the most worthless thing in the world. What do you think? Oh, really? If you ask me, the soul of a liar really is— For example, when something good falls into my lap— So be it. They have sharp ears. I can't keep anything from them. Oh, is that what it looks like? Well, You all know my past now. And when you find yourself in a situation you can't control, the safest play is to keep calm. If you understand what's at stake, please ensure Very good.
Oh, wait! Now that the panic's over and we've all calmed down, after all that build-up, our mystery...
Huh? Am I imagining?
So, that close colleague who stayed behind with you? What's he been up to?
Don't know, don't care. I get more normal human interaction from hanging out with Bosco too than him. Although, now you mention it,
If he's disappeared without a trace, it's the biggest gift he ever gave to the world. But he won't lie low forever.
How have you been holding up? Any adverse react?
You don't need to worry about me, Grandmaster. I'm fine.
What?
You played an indispensable role in the battle. Sometimes, when people praise you,
Let's do a quick demonstration. Albedo, that was an
Thank you. I can't take all the credit.
See? Did you catch that? A masterclass in how to...
Oh,
Hey, you guys!
Hey, look who's bounced back. Looking good, Traveler.
Seems like you've recovered. You won't need...
can I get you a drink?
Huh? You know how to
Handling a drinks order is ridiculously...
Paimon believes it! To be totally honest, though, Paimon didn't...
Don't worry, that's completely understandable. Unless you're a student...
To put it in the simplest terms, we saw how our enemy stole the power of Kuvak when facing an enemy you have no hope of defeating, so instead of looking for a way to overpower him, we decided for this to work, we had to analyze his modes of attack. For added security, we prepared a total of 4 arrays. But the alchemical array absorbed his abyssal power. That power enabled her to do...
What surprised me was that Dane's, given his history with Rerir, he had every right to sit this one out. But we're
It must have been a painful...
Absolutely. He was torn between 2 paths, but in the end, he made his Anyway, however you cut it.
Ah, Lord Sangama Bay. How I must thank you for the device you provided. It was an enormous...
why come and ask me when you clearly know?
I mostly came to...
That's more like it. A little gratitude goes a long way with Lord Sangama Bay. Play your cards right.
The chance to work with such a kind and charitable investor...
Huh?
Let's see. The first plot of land you purchased in Nodcross.
Stop! What do you think?
It's nothing to hide from. They're all perfectly legitimate investments.
How?
You're a curious case, Lord Sangama Bay, but I'm afraid no matter how hard you try to... You did it for Sumeru, didn't you?
It was empty land that was gonna go to waste otherwise. I figured if I built some... Disasters are capricious things. They strike without any warning. I've lost... My elder sister used to dream of finding a sanctuary. Somewhere with plenty of food. It was something I looked into. But after discussing things with the Dendroarch, the tech people handled the tech, and Moneybags provided the more.
It's a pity that so few people know the truth about you.
So? What's the problem with that? Everyone wants...
But surely you have dreams of your own, beyond just...
You don't get it, do you? My dream is to invest... Just thinking about it makes...
Thank you.
For the device...
And the pendant.
Oh, that.
Seems like we've both been away from home.
Yeah. So long that I barely...
That would be your mother.
Yeah. Though it's been years since my sister... It's not like I want to forget them, obviously, but... Memory can be even more. My sister can't help me now. Slowly.
Not everything will fade. When loved ones...
Yeah, that's true.
Well, that, plus...
Oh, absolutely. I have tons of Mora. A big... You've got a lot going for you, too. Awesome.
I appreciate the...
That's the only reason you're here.
Yes. I've thought a lot about it. And I've realized that I think this is very important. So I felt...
Well, this is a new one. I'm so moved. I can't even hold...
Do you not want to be friends with me? Or is it that you prefer being co-workers?
What is this, Columbina? Are you deliberately testing my patience threshold? Right now, my politeness module is active. But if you say another word, I swear I'll shut it down.
If your politeness module was active, wouldn't you say the word please at some point?
Polonia, please see Lady Columbina to the door.
Will you still invite me to your next tea?
What?
Yes, I think you will. Bye-bye, dear Sandrone.
Last time, the Wild Hunt escorted you out. Would you rather I handled it myself this time?
We just wanted to, you know...
Why? Out of concern for my safety? I hope you didn't see...
Mostly because you kind of helped us out, so we just wanted to check you were okay.
Oh, don't you worry about that. Tea time is already... If you're in the mood for tea, go ahead and help yourself. My coasters are still missing in action, though. Use this...
Whoa! Pretty hefty.
You can ignore those. They're just... I doodle and write in my free time. Sometimes I remember and other times, I grit my teeth and note down all the crazy nonsense going on in the present. Trying to predict the future is like daydreaming. And writing about the present just makes me furious. The past is my... Although, having said that, the only vaguely interesting memory in my past is... Who else? Pretty much all the Mecha and Fontaine are his personal hand...
Wait, are you saying you know?
I mean, I guess we were friendly enough. Yep. In fact, I'm probably the only normal person left who... We used to chat occasionally back when he was still around. Before he passed away, I honored his request. But I did read through everything I couldn't let the genius of Lord Artificer Alain Guillotin disappear like that.
So...
I just told you. Those are my equivalent of crossword. Alain's work was like epic poetry. The formulas, not that there's anything bad about them. I mean, at least, solving those riddles. Anyway, while we're on the topic, I might as well tell you about what happened to him and his friends. Alain Guillotin had two close buddies, Renee and Jacob. They spent their childhood years together in the Narzissenkreuz Institute. They were all quite competitive. So there was some rivalry, but beneath the friendship and the rivalry ran something deeper. Unfortunately, childhood would end. The prophecy would come true. A mad dream that would normally only capture the minds of lunatics begin to take... And if Renee and Alain had been people of lesser wits, but alas, they were some of the sharpest minds around. They nurtured that dream with the full power of the first of them to fall under its spell. Against Alain's wishes, he persisted in experimenting on a mutual friend of theirs to try and save their life. Alain did not approve. It's complicated. Alain wanted to believe that Renee only did what he did for the sake of their... Perhaps the seed that would grow into a nightmare had already sprouted in Renee's mind. Even then, the next time they met, Renee's soul had been completely engulfed by the dream of salvation. His futile attempt to change the tide of... And although that wave died down eventually, I hear that it just recently came back with a vengeance. As I understand, Renee wanted to live out his dream of salvation once more, but I'm told that the attempted resurgence finally died out for good. What do you think of Renee? Do you admire his transcendent genius? His view that any pride, or do you despise him? Dismiss him as an evil madman who wrought havoc. Same difference, really. Just a matter of perspective. What a cop-out. But I don't like fanatics who give up their whole lives for their ideology. Nor maybe I could understand if Renee had just been an ordinary person. But he had us anyway. That's enough about Renee. Now, he managed to put a stop to the first storm whipped up by Renee. To his credit, I suppose, the loss of his family and friends was after that. The only thing supporting his work was the same dream that had but although the desire to save Fontaine drove him to found the Fontaine Research Institute, Alain continued to reject I think that formulas and machines derived solely from human intellect, yet Alain's intellect was simply too great. Once he realized that the end of his life was approaching, he finally accepted the truth. He quit working on his formulas, trading them in for the fair. He told me that the director of the Narzissenkreuz Institute used to read those fairy tales. I think that all he wanted at that time in his life was to be able to sleep deeply without being plagued by depression. At the very end, he laid down to rest in the ruins of the former Narzissenkreuz. Many years after that, tensions over competing dreams would once again cause a rift. This time between members of the Fontaine. And that is the story of two people from the Narzissenkreuz. One went all in on his fantasy of salvation without ever looking back. The other sought desperately to burn bright in his life. I do sometimes wonder, even the grandest tree starts as a tiny seed. So perhaps, for each of them, their mission they were young children with friends and family who mattered to them. Desires, or maybe they just wanted to find something to anchor themselves. But instead, the search for their own salvation took them down the rocky road laid out by fate. Do you think the desire to save oneself is enough of a justification to try and save the world? Sensible answer. Glad to know you. Alain would disagree, though. I asked him the same question back when he was in his... Yes, it's enough. No elaboration, just a quick, short answer before getting right back to his... All right, tea time's over. I owe Arlecchino a favor for telling me these stories. I'll have to bring a whole sack of gifts the next time I visit the House of the Hearth. I'm gonna go tinker with Polonia now. You guys can do whatever you want. Polonia, exit hibernation mode. Begin diagnostic.